Hi guys, today I'm going to be starting off a new series, these Project Euler problems. If you guys are new to Visual Basic or any programming language really, I highly recommend you try this out because it really is useful. So you can see Project Euler there. And this is like little fun math problems that really just help you get accustomed to writing code in whichever language you choose. So I'm going to be going through these problems and I'm going to be sorting them in Visual Basic and console application in particular. So let's take a look at the first one. So you can read that, but essentially we're just finding the sum of all the multiples of 3 or 5 below 1000. So let's go into Visual Studio, sorry. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to set up I as an integer equals 0, and I is going to be it will be like we'll use it as a loop, and we'll see like if every number is divisible by 3 or 5. Second is sum as integer, and that's the sum obviously because we're finding the sum. Oops. Okay, now we're actually going to do these, so we're going to do the do until loop. So do until I equals 999. Okay, do until I equals 999. The reason why we're going up to 999 and not 1000 is because in the question it says below 1000. So 999 is the closest to 1000 without actually including 1000. So what we're going to do first is I plus equals 1. So that just adds 1 to the value of I every time. So that's the loop. So if I mod 3 equals 0, then sum plus equals I. So here we just said if I, whichever number it is, divided by 3 has a remainder of 0, then add the value of I to the sum. Mod, for those if you don't know, check out my main channel. Well, check out my channel. It'll have a playlist on VB Basics, and I'll probably leave a link to that video in the description below. But mod is essentially another way of finding out the remainder. So it'll tell you when you divide a number by 3, whatever the remainder is. So if the remainder is 0, that means I divides fully into 3, meaning I is a multiple of 3. Okay, and we're going to add that on. Next we'll do else if I mod 5, which is the other condition, equals 0, then sum plus equals I. And that's going to be end if, end of loop. And here we'll just write console.writeLine sum, and then console.readLine, not redline, readline. So again, we've just done if I is fully divisible by 5, then add it onto the sum. And the reason why we're doing else if is because it says 3 or 5. So if the number divides by 3, then add it on. But if it divides by 3 and 5, don't add it on twice, just do it once. That's essentially what it's doing. Let's run it. And this is the answer we get. Let's just make sure that's right. Okay. 233,168, 233,168. There you go, guys. That is the answer to the first problem in Project Euler or Project Euler. Stay tuned for more, I guess. If you have any questions, or if you want to know how I did something or why I did something the way that I did, then leave it in the comments below or give me a mail. And thanks for watching.